the gross and microscopic examination of the appendix is compatible with acute appendicitis. By the way, I forgot to say good morning. Good morning to all. I am Dr. Jocelyn Rueda Cu, the one in charge of inflammation and repair. Sige, we continue. Based on your knowledge of acute inflammation, you describe the gross findings that you expect to see. So, pwede bang malaki na lang siya? Wala na itong ganyan. Hindi. Ako, I need the... Ibig sabihin, what is here is there also. Okay. Okay, so sorry hindi ako So the answer there is, it is swollen, it is erythematous, and it is covered by yellow exudate. So you could see that this is swollen. And you see the dilated blood vessels. It is reddish. And there are yellow exudation noted. So it comprises the 5 cardinal signs of inflammation. You cannot touch it kasi natanggal na yan eh. But calor, rubor, there is redness, and there is edema. So you could see the tumor that they call. So that is for question number 1. If you have question, be sure to just yung raise your hand. Dun sa there is some part there that will tell you to raise your hand if you have any question. In acute inflammatory response, what type of cell is noted in the first 24 hours? The answer is neutrophil. In the first 24 to 48 hours, it will be the neutrophil that will be noted. Then followed by your lymphocyte, then your monocyte, and lastly, your macrophages. Which 2 chemical mediators cause the pain experienced by this patient? The answer is your prostaglandin and bradykinin. It is on that lecture on different chemical mediators and the symptoms they would elicit. So it's prostaglandin and bradykinin that results in pain. The others, you have to know the others for you to be able to discount that as your possible answer. Number 4, 3 months passed after appendectomy. A small 0.5 nodule is noted at the incision type. What cell type is most likely to be characteristic of the inflammatory response in this situation? The answer is giant cell. From your last SGD, you have answered and you have discussed what giant cells are. These are conglomeration or coalescence of your epithelioid cells. Epithelioid cells are noted where there are indigestible material in the vicinity, and suture is an example of a foreign body, indigestible. So there is a reaction to it. It incites a macrophage recruitment activation. And so when these epithelioid cells coalesce, they are known as foreign body giant cell. So I will let some time pass before I go to the next question. So if there are any questions, you could raise your hand. In cases of bacterial pneumonia, which of the following substances accomplished through its generation aid in the clearance of the bacteria? The answer is your hydrogen peroxide. It is found in the slide on myeloperoxidase halide, wherein the bacteria is destroyed by the action of your oxygen. So it is reduced, the hydrogen peroxide is reduced by your myeloperoxidase to a powerful oxidant, and it kills the bacteria. So, one, two, if you have any question, raise your hands. Next. In the above case, in number 5, wherein neutrophilic infiltration is most likely to be noted, which of the following type of inflammation did the patient most likely have? So it's acute. We said that the predominance of neutrophil is a typical feature of acute inflammation. It was mentioned that neutrophil is the first line of defense. They are the first to arrive at the area facilitated by your C5a, which is a substance that will direct them to go to the area where the offending stimulus is. In patient number 5, the fever persisted in spite of being given antibiotic. The chest X-ray reveals a 3 cm rounded density in the right lower lobe, whose liquefied contents show a central air fluid level. Which of the following is the best description for this outcome? So the answer is the abscess formation. Formation of a fluid-filled cavity following a bacterial infection suggests liquefactive necrosis has occurred. Ang ano diyan tatandaan nyo, when you see the word air fluid level, may ano yun, may abscess yun. Kasi the abscess would tend to gravitate down, and the air is noted on the above portion. Kaya they call it air fluid level. Formation of fluid-filled cavity following a bacterial infection suggests liquefactive necrosis. An abscess we have mentioned in your SGD is an example of a liquefactive necrosis. The cavity is filled with tissue debris and viable pus. The liquefied contents seek a level, so that is the air, the so-called air fluid level. The solid particle, the heavier, gravitates, and the air stays at the top. So you have the air fluid level. Question? Clarification? Raise your hand, ha? Humarang. Okay. What is your question, Mr. Humarang?
Curious lang ako, Doc, actually, ibang number to, Doc, yung sa giant cell. Di ba, Doc, kung kaya bang ma-destroy ng macrophages, for example, yung mga sutures na yun, o kailangan ng another surgery?
Yung suture kasi, non-digestible yon. What the giant cell is doing is trying to contain it. They are trying to contain as much as possible na babalutan nila ng mga fibroblasts yon. Kanya, that is the action there. Pero there are some, like if it's a bacteria that is digestible or just difficult to digest, maano yun, madadigest yun. Pero yung suture, usually, they don't remove it anymore. Nabalutan na yun ng fibrous tissue eh.
Okay po, Doc. Thank you po.
Okay. Enough to contain it. Okay? Good. You better ask your questions now, ah. Number 7. The patient had fever. Ayan, we're done. Abscess formation. No question on abscess. Abscess is a liquefactive type of necrosis. Sandali, wait, Sandali. Bakit ako nakamute? Nakamute ako. Sandali, wait, I have a call. Yes? Yes, Emmy. May klase ako, anak. Dalian mo yung ano mo, nag-lecture akong kasalukuyan. You call at 12 o'clock, ha? O, sige. Okay, sige. Okay. We're done with number 7. You're clear with abscess. Number 8. A man with a history of chronic exposure to inhalation of silica dust. Silica dust is in industries where glass is manufactured. Yung mga silica substances. So the patient came in complaining of dyspnea or difficulty in breathing for the last 6 years. 6 na taon, tagal na, no? So if there's an inflammatory reaction going on, you could just imagine, lahat na ng repair due to the foreign object that caused injury to the tissue is there. Kaya siguro nahihirapan ng huminga. May mga fibrosis na doon. The chest X-ray shows increased interstitial markings and parenchyma with 1 to 3 cm solid nodules. Naging nodule na yung iba, scarification, trying to contain the silica dust. Which of the following inflammatory processes is involved in his disease progression? The answer there is macrophage elaboration of cytokine. Siguro isipin nyo, your other answer might be letter A. There is a foreign body giant cell formation. Pero kasi ang tanong is about inflammatory process involved. So if it's the process involved, it's the elaboration of the cytokines. Yesterday in your SGD, you have discussed the role of cytokine. When there is an indigestible substance, your T lymphocyte is stimulated. So you have this hypersensitivity type 4 inflammatory reaction. So the T lymphocyte is stimulated to produce cytokines. Cytokines like your TNF, your tumor necrotic factor, and the interleukin factors that will potentiate your macrophage. So those are the substances involved in the inflammatory process, the cytokines. So it is letter D, macrophage elaboration of cytokine. If I will give an MPL here, it's 0.5 kasi baka isipin nyo foreign body giant cell. It is involved in this, but it is not the process. The process is the release of cytokine. So pagka tinitingnan nyo yung question, understand the question, which is the best answer for the question. Your cytokines include growth factors, which is released from the macrophages that have ingested silica crystals. This stimulates collagen production by fibroblasts, producing interstitial fibrosis and nodule formation, reducing and restricting the amount of normal lung parenchyma and makes breathing more difficult. Imagine your lungs na mandami-daming airway, your alveolar sacs, and then there are smaller bronchioles, bronchi, then if this will be restricted due to the cicatrization or the scar formation, natural, mahihirapang huminga yung pasyente. And what brought about this is the process wherein cytokine is released by your T lymphocytes. Any question? Raise your hand if you have. Kahapon, at least I had 3 groups yesterday, all discussed clearly. And I was happy. It means they understood this hypersensitivity T cell thing. They understood the process of how the fibroblast and collagen is produced in your type 4. in your tuberculosis? No question? We go to the next. A 43-year-old woman has had a chronic cough with fever and weight loss for the past month. Chest radiograph reveals multiple nodules from 1 to 4 cm in size, some of which demonstrates cavitation in the upper lobe. Yesterday, I mentioned if it is a tuberculosis case and it is the upper lobe that is involved, it means it is a reinfection, secondary infection, because a primary infection is what you call gone lesion. And the location is the gone focus. And we have mentioned that it is usually in the right lung, in the lower lobe of the right lung, or in the upper part of the lower lobe of the right lung, near the fissure that separates the upper and the lower. That's the primary infection. That's where it occurs. And after all this reaction to contain the organism, some may be contained, but there could be some that will remain inside that inside that collagen formation, and they go with the lymphatic system. And in case of your tuberculosis, they go into the upper portion or the apical portion of the lung. So when the history states in the apical region, it is reinfection. Primary is in the what you call gone lesion or gone focus. Is it clear? Sometimes from there, they disseminate all over. From primary, they disseminate, and that you call that miliary spread or miliary tuberculosis. So, which of the following cell is the most important in the development of her lung lesion? It is the macrophage. This time, a potentiated macrophage or the epithelioid cell. Also, another thing I have emphasized with my group yesterday, it's a common question. What is the hallmark of granuloma formation? What cell is present? The correct answer is epithelioid cell. If you answer Langhans giant cell, maybe we could give you half point. Pero Langhans giant cell, if you say, or giant cell, these are accumulations or coalescence of epithelioid cell. So if you're just asked what is the cell, it's epithelioid. Though when you say Langhans giant cell, this is practically correct because it is composed of epithelioid cell. But the better answer will be epithelioid. Okay, I'm waiting for raising of hands. Number 10. Epithelioid and giant cells are derived from activated macrophage. So activated macrophage, they become epithelioid cell or epithelial-like, and then when they coalesce, they become giant cell. Tissue macrophages are derived from blood monocyte. Your monocyte, they circulate initially with the blood, but sometimes they deposit in tissues and they become permanent or what you call tissue or resident macrophages. These cells are important in the development of granulomatous inflammation in the adaptive immune response to tuberculosis. The adaptive immune response is your hypersensitivity type 4 for tuberculosis. That is what you call delayed type of hypersensitivity reaction. In cases of bacterial pneumonia, which of the following substances accomplish through its generation aid in the clearance of the bacteria? Hydrogen peroxide, this is the halide myeloperoxidase system, which is the most dependable process in clearing the bacteria. The other is the non-oxidative type, wherein you don't utilize oxygen. But the one that utilizes oxygen, your halide myeloperoxidase system, is the most effective way to destroy the bacteria. The hydrogen peroxide is reduced by your myeloperoxidase to a powerful oxidant, and it is the one that kills the bacteria. You're not having questions, ibig sabihin naiintindihan nyo. This question and answer thing is to clarify what you did not understand from the uploaded lecture. I am assured that you understood it because nobody's questioning. Siguro kasi kahapon, the other day we have the small group discussion where you were already able to study. 11. A 20-year-old man, a very young man, has experienced painful urination for 4 days. Yan. Nadali siya ng Neisseria gonorrhea and he developed urethritis. Namamaga yung urethra niya. So, hirap makadaan yung ihi niya and there is pain. Numerous neutrophils are present in the smear. So this type of urethritis evoke a pus formation. So in the clinics, when he would go to the doctor's office, that exudate would be smeared and for examination, gram stain, and they saw a gram-negative diplococci, your Neisseria gonorrhea. This, and of course, there's a lot of neutrophil in the area, so it's an acute inflammation. These neutrophils undergo diapedesis, meaning to say they go. There is a unidirectional movement towards the organism. That's what you call chemotaxis. Which of the following chemical mediators is most likely to drive the neutrophil exudation? Or in short, which of the following is a chemotactic agent, the one that will drive the neutrophil towards the area where the organism is? It's complement. Of this complement, C5a, along with TNF, leukotrienes, and bacterial product, is chemotactic for neutrophil. So you remember that. If you are asked in the exam, which of the following are supposedly to be chemotactic? So you should know that. Are you having correct answers? You are supposed to answer this beforehand, Self-check ito, kumbaga. After a myocardial infarction, meaning to say the myocardium has lost its blood supply and have undergone coagulative necrosis. That's what you see in myocardial infarction, a coagulative type of necrosis. Which of the following substances is elaborated around the region of the tissue damage in the next 3 days as an initial response to promote healing? So the answer is your vascular endothelial growth factor. It stimulates the production of small vessel to aid in the establishment of collateral circulation to restore blood flow to the myocardium in cases of your acute myocardial infarction. The faster you develop a collateral circulation in the heart, the better for the prognosis of the patient. Dahil ibig sabihin nun, the heart can adequately have an output to supply the necessary blood supply. Kasi pag infarcted, syempre, hindi maka-function yun. But if it has been repaired and adequately perfused, it could return to its normal function. Which of the follow?
Sa
Yes,
previous
Miss
question.
Lainez. Mr. Lainez. I mean.
Ano po yung rationale po kung bakit mali po yung leukotriene before, since I think it also tawag dito parang may healing din siya because it attracts neutrophils, or mas tama po si VEGF?
These leukotrienes, no, they initiate healing. But the most important thing is to establish the blood supply into, maski ba nagkaroon ka ng scar, nagkaroon ka ng healing, can it function adequately? So the important thing for it to function is to have collateral circulation. The more blood perfusion, the better it is. So you're right, leukotrienes, but the question is choose the best answer. So the promotion to healing really is what will deliver the leukotrienes to your area, di ba? Blood supply. So you need your blood supply first to deliver the leukotrienes that is needed. The leukotrienes is produced by your activated macrophage, di ba? So the more blood supply, the better delivery of the healing substances. Okay na tayo, Dr. Lainez?
Yes po, Doc. Thank you po.
Yeah, you will be doctors in 3 years' time. Hopefully, all of you. I encourage questions, para those are good questions. I mean, at least I could gauge the working of your logic when you ask questions. Number 13, which of the following substances is most likely inhibited by aspirin to prevent ulcer among patients on aspirin for a prolonged period of time? The answer there is thromboxane. If you remember the slide on the arachidonic acid pathway, it is stated there, or it is clearly, excuse me, Hello, Grace.
Good morning po,
Yes.
Doktora. Si Doktora Sharon po kasi ay nagtatanong kung isasama na po siya sa show.
Oh, effective August. Teka,
Apo,
Grace, nasa lecture ako. Grace, may lecture ako. Nasa lecture room ako.
Sorry, Doktora. Sige po. Thank you po.
Okay.
Thank you po.
Okay, aspirin inhibits thromboxane. There's a slide in your lecture, the arachidonic acid pathway. So that is where aspirin inhibits the formation of the inflammatory reaction. So look at that. So you could see the aspirin inhibits thromboxane A2 production by platelet, which reduces the ability of platelets to plug small vascular defect. Thromboxane is in the cyclooxygenase arm of the arachidonic acid pathway. "14. A small sliver of wood becomes embedded in the finger of a carpenter. He does not remove it, and over the next 3 days, the area around the sliver becomes red, swollen, and tender. Meron siyang foreign substance doon. So that is the reaction of the body, somehow to contain that foreign substance. Neutrophils migrate into the injured tissue. Which of the following substances on endothelial cell is most instrumental in promoting this inflammatory reaction. So, you go into the slide, yun yung mga attachment, ano nyo, areas nyo ng E-selectin, P-selectin. The answer there is E-selectin. They are the adhesive molecules expressed on endothelial cell surface and attract leukocytes, mainly neutrophil. I advise you to study that area because I will be giving questions on that part. By the way, Dr. Yanez will be the one giving lectures on cellular injury, cell death, fluid and hemodynamics, and I will be the one giving question on inflammation and repair. Kasi depende kung sinong faculty ang assigned sa topic, siya ang magbibigay ng test questions. So I'm already telling you to study that part of attachment and adhesion in the inflammatory reaction. A 1.5 cm diameter lesion in the gastric antrum with loss of epithelial surface. So epithelial surface lang, meaning to say, yung itaas lang, yung mucosa lang. In a man complaining of nausea and vomiting for a month, which among these findings are most typical of the following? Is it an abscess? Oh, definitely not. Is it a granuloma? No. Is it a gangrene? No. It's an ulcer. The loss of epithelial surface with inflammation is called ulceration. Which of the following dermal change accounts for the red discoloration of the face after under the heat of the sun? During last summer, most of you maybe went to the beach or went hiking and you developed this reddish discoloration of the face due to your sunburn. And which is the one responsible for that reddish discoloration? The initial process is reddish discoloration. It is the vasodilation. The inflammatory reaction of sunburn involves vasodilatation. "17. A 15-year-old girl has episodes of sneezing with watery eyes and runny nose for the past 2 weeks. On physical examination, she has red, swollen nasal mucosal surfaces. She has had similar episodes when the amount of pollen in the skin in the air is high." Thank you, Iha. Ha? Thank you for assisting me. Welcome, Myra. Nice to see you around. Which of the following chemical mediators is responsible for the symptoms? The answer there is histamine. Mast cell kasi is produced in histamine. They are secreted by your histamine. Kaya nandyan na, I mean, you should know that it is produced by histamine. May sinabi ba dyan ng histamine? For the symptoms. It's histamine. It is mainly released from mast cell. Just remember that mast cell produced by histamine. In perivascular locations in the submucosa, beneath the nasal respiratory epithelium, it leads to blood vessel dilatation and fluid exudation. That is why people with allergies would develop this. Sasabihin na running nose, reddish nose, and so they take antihistamines. Upo ka, Myra. So that is the reason for that. If you have questions, I will be waiting always. I will post every each number and waiting for raising of hand. Which of the following hallmark of inflammation would aspirin, a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, relieve? It is, the answer there is pain. Your aspirin, indomethacin, and NSH, they block the cyclooxygenase arm of the arachidonic acid pathway. This is similar to the other question like a while ago. You have to study very well that cyclooxygenase pathway. Which generates the prostaglandin that play a role in the development of pain as a consequence of the inflammatory process. So, that's the answer, pain. Which among the following substance in the plasma is most likely to enhance the engulfment of more bacteria and cause its further destruction? Your complement C3b fragment. Alam nyo na to yung complement pathway. Alam ko sa physiology, you took that up lengthily. C3b fragment generated from the complement. Sandali, may mga pumapasok, nagpapacheck ng attendance. Paano yan? Automatic pa yan. Okay. C3b fragment generated from the complement cascade, they serve as effective opsonine, meaning to say, when they are deposited on the surface of the substance that need to be phagocytosed, the process of phagocytosis becomes easier. Kasi parang opsonine, they make the antigen more palatable for phagocytosis. So this opsonine attached to the bacteria so that the phagocyte will find and engulf them easily.
Mag-i-screenshot na lang ako para sa attendance.
Okay, be sure you're here because our secretary now is doing her screenshot for your attendance. Kung kaming mga staff chine-check ng administration ang faculty, lalo na kayong mga estudyante. It's more important that your attendance is checked. Kasi kami talagang chine-check nila ang attendance namin eh. So kayo, i-check din dapat. Talaga naman kami lang ang chine-check. Okay, wait for a minute kasi kinukuha ni Myla ang attendance.
Pwede na kayo mag-ano man.
Teka, maliit eh. Hindi ko makita.
Eto.
Hindi na nakikita.
Hindi, nakikita ko.
Nakikita niyan. Okay. We go now to number 20. Can you see number 20?
Yes po, Doc.
Okay. Habang kinukunan kayo ng litrato ni Myla. Surgical wound sites are observed following suturing. Ingrowth of new capillaries is observed to occur within the first week. A substance elaborated by macrophages is found at the wound site to stimulate capillary proliferation. Which of the following substances is most likely to have this function? The answer is your fibroblast growth factor. Because the capillaries will be the one responsible to deliver the substances necessary for collagen formation. Ilan ang attendance? How many are present?
423 ma.
Ilan sila?
400. That's
Yung answer makikita ba natin kung ilan?
Sa canvas, ma'am.
Sa canvas, mamaya pwede natin tingnan. Hindi pwede kamukha natin side by side, nakikita ko.
Hindi ba? Nakashare sa
Okay, okay. After this, I will show you how many amongst you got right answer in number 1 up to 25 para meron din tayong feedback kung anong good questions and questions na nahirapan kayo. So number 20, surgical wound sites. We're done with 20. Left thoracentesis is performed and 500 ml of fluid is obtained. Mga kalahating litro ang nakuha sa left thoracic cavity. Which of the following characteristic of this fluid would most likely indicate that it is a transudate? So you have, in this question, you should know the difference between a transudate and an exudate. So, sabi niya, this is a transudate. So, which among them? It is letter C. Yung A, B, and D, ano yan? It speaks of an exudate and not a transudate. A transudate resembles a filtrate of plasma and has few cells with very little protein and has clear appearance. Ino muna. Excuse me for a while. Okay, ready? Number 21. So, meron siyang kalahating litrong tubig na nakuha sa left thoracic cavity. So, it's a transudate because the leukocyte count is low. We now go to the, nakuha mo na lahat ng attendance? Okay, your attendance, 426 out of?
430 plus 150.
May mga absent pa rin. Wala bang requirement ang Dean's Office pag absent sila? Kasi kami pinag-justify eh. Wala. Mga 10 siguro absent, ano? Okay. In which of the following time periods would tensile strength in the surgical scar increase? So for normal activities to be resumed, kung doktor na kayo, maybe several years from now, inoperahan nyo, tapos tatanungin kayo ng pasyente, Doc, kailan po kami pwedeng mag-resume ng normal activity namin? So you have to know the tensile strength. You got to have a very strong grasp of healing and repair. So it's 3 months. About 70 to 80% of the tensile strength in the scar compared to non-wounded skin is reached at 3 months. Kaya give or take 3 months yan, pwede na magdahan-dahan ka lang kasi the tensile strength is more or less achieved 3 months after operation or after a wound. Yung iba dyan malanene, 1 taon na ayaw pang kumilos. Sabi mo, masama din yun. You need to move about. No question on that, ha? Dali lang yan. Which of the following substances on contact with injured vascular basement membrane activates both the coagulation sequence and the kinin system as an initial response to injury? Actually, question ito sa physiology. You must have a very good grasp of your physiology, the Hageman factor. It becomes activated upon contact with injured exposed vascular basement membrane. This is what you call recall. Kaya kung magbibigay ako ng MPL dyan, 1 ang MPL niyan. Mas mataas ang MPL, mas mataas ang passing rate. Ibig sabihin, pag mababa ang MPL, siguro mga 50, 55. Pag mataas ang MPL, mga 60, ganyan, or 65. So, MPL niyan, 1. There should be no question because it is something that is a fact. Which among the following mediators is most likely to produce shock in overwhelming infection? It is nitric oxide that acts as a vasodilator. Small amounts released from the endothelial cell causes vasodilation and prevents thrombosis. Macrophages release nitric oxide to kill the bacteria. So, meron dumagdag na isang pumasok. Ngayon lang pumasok. 11:00 na, iha. Macrophages release nitric oxide to kill bacteria. Kinuha mo pangalan, hindi nakuha ng litrato yun eh.
Ma'am, nandyan yun.
Andyan yan. Pero hindi mo nakuha ng litrato. Hindi siya kasama. But large amounts released body-wide can cause hypotension and shock. So kung tama lang yung pinroduce ng nitric acid, it's just enough to cause the necessary dilation of the vessel in cases of your overwhelming infection. Pero kung napakarami nang na-produce, nagkakaroon ka ng hypotension, nag-shock ka. Kaya yan ang dahilan, yung sinatabing nilang septic shock in cases of overwhelming infection, dahil because of septic shock. Do we have to PM po directly dito to confirm attendance po? Ano sagot mo, Myla? Kasi ngayon lang to dumating eh. Yes, you have to confirm directly with Myra for your attendance. So that's the thing behind septic shock. Siguro pwede ko itanong sa exam, what substance is produced in excess in cases of severe infection, the so-called septic shock? Pwede ko ibahin ang tanong, okay? Makukuha ba natin yung yung how many got the right answer for
Opo.
sige, if you could just wait for a while, I will get the sige.
Nandun ng kami.
Garcia Hester Gale. Okay, where are you? So, what is your question, anak?
Doc, I would just like to ask if yung histamine po, di ba po meron din po na hypotension and shock with regards to like anaphylaxis po. So, ask ko lang po, Doc, if affect po ba yung histamine from the release of nitric oxide from endothelial cells to
The
cause
question
yung
here-
large amounts of nitric oxide?
The question here is in cases of overwhelming infection.
Apo, Doc, ask ko lang po, in
Uh,
cases po ng allergies naman.
It can, kaya nga meron ka nung tinatawag na anaphylactic shock wherein there's a massive amount of release of your histamine. If the question specifies in cases of your anaphylactic shock, there is massive vasodilatation, and which of the following substances is responsible? You're right. Histamine can produce that. But the question here is overwhelming infection, wherein your nitric oxide is the one that is responsible. Sandali lang ha, titingnan natin yung Thank you. I hope you can really ask questions para makita namin kung saan ang estudyante medyo nakukulangan. Eto na. You wait ha. So you study very well. Those topics that we have taken on SGD and in this, you study, you go back to it. Oh, okay.
Hindi na ako ma'am.
Oh,
Ano
Eh,
to? Share screen pa ma'am.
i-share screen mo para makita nila.
Stop ko na po yun
Stop
sa
ko
inyo.
muna yon. Stop ko muna yan. Yung pala, nandiyan na. So you see where you are. Alam mo, swerte kayo. Ang dami ng technology ngayong panahon yun. Nung kami estudyante, ni walang Xerox machine nung araw The only copier there is what you call blueprint. Okay. Take note. In question number 1, yung 25-year-old developing ang 188 respondents ba 100%. Ibig sabihin nakuha lahat ng 188. Pero 188 lang ang nagsagot out of 430 plus students. Ay nakuha, hindi nyo sinasagot ha. Nakasulat ba doon kung sino yung mga sumagot? Nate-take ba natin? Yung mga estudyanteng sumagot?
Opo, ayan ma'am.
Ayan o. So those who answered is also recorded. So we can always go back. Bakit ba itong estudyanteng to ang baba ng grade? Titingnan namin, ay yun naman pala hindi sumasagot sa mga sa mga formative quiz So you are really, that's one good thing with this technology. You can be monitored anytime. Kala nyo, hindi kayo monitor. Second question. Ilan ang in acute inflammatory response, what type of cell is noted in the first 24 hours? Out of 86 respondents, sumagot, neutrophil, yung 53%. More or less ang MPL niyan, dapat 1 ang MPL niyan Bakit 53 lang ang nag-answer ng neutrophil? Teka, tingnan natin yung isa. Ayun pala, may neutrophil din Bakit may 2 neutrophil? Ba't dalawa?
Ano tama?
Oh, okay, good. Tamang bigyan ng 1 na MPL yan. Next. Which two chemical mediators cause the pain? Okay, that's a good question. You got it, 88%. Pero may mga ilan-ilan na nagsabing leukotriene, histamine, interleukins. Do you see it? Mga iha, can you see what is being projected?
Yes po, Doc.
Yes, Doc.
Oh, so you know where you are, ha? Alam niyo kung ano yung sinagot niyo? 3 months passed after appendectomy. Yan. Nakakita siya ng small nodule. Oh, mataas din. 86%. Good. Siguro yung matataas yun ng item na medyo isasama ko sa long quiz para mataas naman ang grade nyo. Next. In cases of bacterial pneumonia, ayan. 90% hydrogen peroxide. It means you understood the topic well. Good. Next. In the above case, neutrophilic infiltrate is which of the following inflammation did the acute? Okay, good. Also, your grasp is very good. I'm happy. 89%. Next. Yung may air fluid level. Mataas din. 89%. Good. Ito. Hindi nyo masyado sigurong naintindihan pa yung cytokine production. Kasi, sabi ko nga ba, dapat ang MPL niyan 0.5 eh. May mag-iisip na foreign body formation ang sagot. Pero we're asking for the process. Which of the following inflammatory process? Yung foreign body giant cell formation is not an inflammatory process. It is the cytokine production, which is an inflammatory process. Tandaan nyo yan. Okay. Ano ito? Sputum sample, may acid fast. Ayan, yung chest radiograph niya, meron siyang cavitation in the upper lobe. Which of the following is the most important? You got it, macrophage. Very good yung SGD nyo kahapon. Yung mechanism ng hypersensitivity type 4, T lymphocyte producing cytokine, empowering the macrophage destroying. Good, 88%. That will be a good question. Doon lang sa kanina yung cytokine, ha? Uulitin ko yung something to do with cytokine sa exam. This one, maganda rin ang nakuha nyo, 83%. Epithelioid from activated macrophage. Anong tanong doon? In cases of which of the following accomplished through its generation aid in the clearance of bacteria? Very good. Very good grasp. Hydrogen peroxide. Next. Or habang ina-answeran nyo yan, nakabukas yung notes nyo, tinitingnan nyo kung ano yung sagot. Good din yun. At least you're studying. At 20, ito naman, which of the following chemical mediators is most likely to drive neutrophil? Medyo mababa ito, 78%, complement. At least, majority of you. Some said prostaglandin. Isa talaga hindi sumagot, 1%. Next. Ano ibig sabihin ng attempt? 186. Ibig sabihin nag-attempt pero hindi sinagot?
186 yung sumagot, ma'am. Dalawa yung hindi.
Kaya no answer, dalawa. Okay, got it. So, mataas din kayo. Vascular endothelial growth factor. So, yung nagtanong kanina, will not leukotrienes be part of the promotion of healing? Yes, you're right. But it is the development of blood vessel. Kasi yung leukotrienes mo, di-deliver din yun ng blood eh. So, mas importante, magkaroon ka ng maraming blood supply. And you could see from the thoughts of your classmate that they understood that vessel proliferation is important. So there were who answers leukotriene 7%. Maybe the student, Mr. Lainez yata yun, ano yung kanina. Siguro ikaw sumagot ka leukotriene. Then complement. Next question, no? Mataas, puro line of 8 sila. Which of the following inhibited by aspirin? It's thromboxane. You got 85%. So, tatlo hindi sumagot. Ayaw nilang sagutin. 185 out of 188. It is also for your own good na sasagutin nyo, ha? We are monitoring you. Hindi naman to graded eh. We're just looking at the the pattern, the trending, ha? Ito yung nagkaroon ng sa lunsod, a small sliver of wood embedded in the finger. Which of the following substances on endothelial cell is most instrumental? Mababa rin, 72%. E-selectin. So you better study this part, ha? Tingnan nyo kung ano yung may mababang rating at go back into it. Kasi most probably, I will ask questions again on that. Dahil mukhang hindi nyo masyadong nag-grasp ang ang theory. Next. Gastric antrum ulcer. Naku, 95%. MPL yan, 1. And then next, 95% then. After a sunburn, vasodilatation, syempre namumula ka, hindi nagdadilate yung mukha mo. Even if you have your eyes closed, you can answer that. Pero meron pa ring nag-answer ng otherwise, but now, at least alam nyo na ngayon, you will answer it correctly this time. Next, 97% din ito. Yung sa, what to call this, allergy ng sneezing. Meron siyang, nag-allergy siya. 97%, itong highest, Mamaya, kokopyahin ko yan para paggawa ko ng question. Alam ko kung ano i-include kung ano. Okay, next. 89% mataas din. 89%. Fibrinolysis, I don't know why you thought of fibrinolysis as hallmark inflammation na pwedeng anuhin ng aspirin. Next, which of most engulfment, yun yung may enhanced engulfment of more bacteria. So, complement 3B, that is I think that's the opsonin. So, 82%. Next. Pwede bang i-run yan?
Ano sa ma'am? PowerPoint kasi. Ay, gusto niya print ko.
Oo,
Sige,
para
para
makita ko. Next. Surgical wound. Meron siyang new capillary on the first week. So, a substance is elaborated by macrophage, which would stimulate. The answer is fibroblast growth factor. Medyo maano rin yan, 65% lang ang nakaano. Epidermal growth factor, 20%. Okay, next. Ito, medyo mababa, but I expected na entering behavior niya na yan dahil sa physiology. You were lengthily lectured on the difference between transudate and an exudate. 72% lang. Okay, next. Mababa rin. 3 months. So remember that 3 months. Ang yung iba nag-answer ng 1 month. After 1 month, hindi pa masyado ang tensile strength nun. Etong next on the Hodgman factor, 73%. Though this is recall, I thought the recall nyo from first year is good enough, but only 73% got it. Thromboxane is not part, I think, of the clotting, of the coagulation, what you call, of the cascade. Next.
Nasa tama.
Oh, you got it, 144%. And with, ano yung sumunod? 18, bradykinin. There were also those who answer histamine. Kasi iniisip nyo, it produces vasodilatation, right? But the question was on severe infectious process. So that is the nitric acid. I think that's the last.
Stop ko na.
Stop. And then mukhang there are some issues that you still do not know. Meron ako ipapasok. To clarify, I will still show you some
Dito, ma'am,
things.
ano po?
Sa ano ka?
Sige, ma'am.
Ito siya.
Serious pa.
Ano gagawin ko? Ito ilalabas ko eh. Ito ba? Ayan, yan ang ilalabas ko. Ialisin mo na yan. Alisin mo na yan. Huwag mong i-minimize mo lang. And that one. Ayan na. Ayan, yung nasa likod. Di ba kailangan i-minimize yan para lumabas yun? Okay. Alisin mo yun. Alisin mo yan. Hindi kasi nakaano, teka.
Ano siya takay?
Hindi. Para takpan ko. Yan. Yan. Okay? Okay. Ba't ganon? Okay. I have prepared 10 questions for you to study also. So your understanding of inflammation and repair. Total, wala pang 12:00. So ito similar to what you have a while ago, no? Yung pain ng appendicitis, the answer is prostaglandin and bradykinin. So that is the reason. The release of variety of chemical mediators results in finding associated with inflammation, calor, warmth, rubor, erythema, tumor, swelling, and dolor pain. So prostaglandin is synthesized via the cyclooxygenase pathway that cause pain. Why not C3b and IgG? They act as opsonin or antibody or other substances which binds to foreign microorganism or cells, making them more susceptible to phagocytosis. So that's the reason they are not the answer. Why not interleukin-1? And tumor necrotic factor, they act to produce fever mostly, the cytokines. Histamine and serotonin, these are vasodilator. So not necessarily for pain. Ito yung sinasabi natin na na cyclooxygenase pathway. So you see here the cyclooxygenase pathway and the lipooxygenase pathway. This is the thromboxane. This is where aspirin is acting. So there is no production of your PGD, of your prostaglandin. So if you go back to your textbook, this is what we call this, schematically noted. And so you could, it's here. There, see, COX-1 and COX-2, your COX-1 is example nito, yung mga celecoxib and aspirin, indomethacin, dito pala ang action niya in the cyclooxygenase pathway. Kanya hindi ka nakakatuloy dito. There it is in your textbook, the heat, the redness, swelling, pain, loss of function. These are the cardinal signs or the hallmark. Why not complement 3B? So, ito yung answer, no? This is in your slide number 74. Why not interleukin? Yung nagtanong na interleukin. The cytokines noted in acute inflammation will be your TNF1, interleukin-1, interleukin-6. So these are the sources of these cytokines. And these are the principal role in acute inflammation. So, why not histamine and serotonin? This is the action of histamine. This is the action of serotonin. Refer to slide 63 and 64. Ito is small nodule. The answer is giant cell. We took this up a while ago. The reason, it's a foreign substance that recruits macrophages. So something that is indigestible. Why not mast cell? These are not numerous in tissues and they do not proliferate significantly as part of a foreign body inflammatory response. Why not eosinophil? Eosinophil is typical of parasitic and other hypersensitivity inflammatory reaction. This is not an inflammatory response to foreign body giant cell. Why not neutrophil? Because they are not, few neutrophils may be present, but giant cells are more for foreign body inflammatory response. Neutrophil is in acute. So that is, there are two types of foreign body cell. The foreign body and the immune body type. This is the foreign body wherein the nuclei are in the center haphazardly. Out sutures wherein the organism is phagocytosed. Just for you to know the difference between foreign body type versus Langhans type. This is non-immune. The foreign body type, the Langhans giant cells is immune induced. Why not A, B, and D, slide 109? Though they may be noted in chronic inflammation, they are not characteristic for what is stated in the case. Mononuclear cell infiltration. What are your mononuclears? Your lymphocyte and macrophages. These are the other cells in your chronic inflammation. Neutrophil may still be there, but in a little amount, because there may be a persistent microbes of mediator. So there is proliferation of fibroblasts, increased fibrosis, and tissue destruction in cases of your chronic inflammatory reaction. This is another case. They had burn on his hand over the next few weeks. The burnt skin heals without the need for skin grafting. Which of the following is the most critical factor whether the skin in the region will regenerate? The answer is persistence of skin appendages. So in the cell, it is the presence of your basement membrane, but in organs, like the skin, it is the skin appendages. The reason why the skin appendages has epithelium from which the surface epidermis can regenerate. A partial thickness burn retains epithelial elements in the skin. That is why a full thickness burn is worse. Pag full thickness burn, scar na yun kasi nawawala na yung appendages, which is the cell growth. Why not A? It may be important in tissue perfusion. It may determine patient survival, but not whether the skin regenerates or not. Kasi yung full thickness, pwede ka rin naman magkaroon ng good cardiac output, pero wala kang tissue regeneration for it to be converted to the way it used to be. Why not maintenance of underlying connective tissue? Even if collagen is present, the skin may still not regenerate in the absence of epidermis. Why not degranulation tissue formation? Regeneration is dependent upon the presence of remaining epithelium. So it is important that the epithelium will be present. So there are two types of regeneration from your lecture, the healing, I mean, regeneration and replacement. Regeneration is, it will be transformed or it will go back to its original appearance. So when you say regenerate, like your liver has a very strong regenerative capacity. Maski tapyasin mo yung kalahati niyan, tutubo pa rin yan later on. So proliferation of surviving cell to replace losses tissue, and the migration also of surviving cells into the vacant space. So remember that liver has a very high regenerative capacity. The other way of healing is replacement of connective tissue, wherein your basement membrane or your epithelial surface is destroyed. There will be no more source for it to pattern the original. So this is a algorithm from your book. When there is injury, there is what you call cellular and vascular response. So two things occur. The stimulus is removed, as in acute injury. The offending injury is removed. So there is regeneration. There is replacement with normal tissue. Example, liver regeneration, superficial skin wound, resorption of exudate in lobar pneumonia. So what happens when there is an acute injury? The parenchymal cell death with intact tissue framework. In superficial wound, some inflammatory processes, there is regeneration. Another thing that can happen is there is parenchymal cell death. There is damage to tissue framework. There could be a deeper involvement of tissues. But there could still be healing. Pero since nawala na yung pattern, yung basement membrane or in the skin, if it's in the skin appendages, ang mangyayari na lang is scar formation, as what occur in your deep excisional wounds and in your myocardial infarction. If there is persistent tissue damage, kumbaga, hindi na gumagaling, lagi na lang may damage, it leads to fibrosis or tissue scar. In chronic inflammatory diseases like your cirrhosis, chronic pancreatitis, pulmonary fibrosis. I hope I am trying to wrap up the previous quiz that you have, and I hope that you understand it better after your small group discussion. I think you have a better grasp. It's the same. So What is a granulation tissue? Maraming estudyante nalilito dito. Ano nga ba granulation tissue? Ano nga ba ang granuloma? Granuloma is a chronic inflammatory reaction. While granulation tissue is part and parcel of acute process after an injury. So that is the appearance of a granulation tissue. Usually it occurs in day 3 after an injury. You see that there are so many vessel formation trying to repair, to deliver the necessary nutrients and blood to the area of injury. Marami ka rin formed connective tissue. Look at that. There are many formed connective tissue. There are fibroblasts. Yung mga pahaba na yan, these are the fibroblasts. There's a lot of fibroblast formation here. This, if you will be asked, in granulation tissue, what structures are predominant? You have your capillaries, new, small capillaries, and you have fibroblastic proliferation. Yun ang makikita mo sa granulation tissue. And they feel defect created by liquefaction of cellular debris. So again, huwag niyo isipin ng, huwag kayong malito, what is granulation tissue and what is a granuloma. The clearance of bacterial will leave at 12 o'clock. For those who want to leave, you may do so, because this is just an extra for me, hoping that you will understand better and for you to be prepared more in your exam. The clearance of bacterial microorganisms like your strep pneumoniae in the pneumonia would be most effectively accomplished through generation of which of the following substances by the major inflammatory cell type responding to this infection. The answer is hydrogen peroxide. Most of you got it in the exam. So I'm happy about it that you understand what the hydrogen peroxide does. It is reduced by myeloperoxidase to a powerful oxidant that kills bacteria. In this case, the majority of the inflammatory cells responding will be neutrophils due to the bacterial organism Streptococcus pneumoniae. Myeloperoxidase, it is a leukocyte-derived enzyme. So it is coming from your granulocytic white cells. What are your granulocytic white cells? Those that have granules in their cytoplasm, your neutrophil, your eosinophil, and your basophil. Yung dalawa, walang granules, your lymphocyte and monocyte. So these granules is where you derive your myeloperoxidase, and in lysosomes also of monocytes. So in cases of chronic inflammation, you still have your lysozymes from monocyte, and they catalyze the formation of a number of reactive oxidant species that destroys the microorganism. So that is the reason why A is the answer. Why not B? Your PAF, it leads to leukocyte aggregation, adhesion, and chemotaxis, but it does not directly facilitate bacterial destruction. Your prostaglandin E2, they potentiate vasodilation, but not neutrophil function. So remember this, why not, and why? Kallikrein, these are released from neutrophil lysosomes and promotes bradykinin formation, leading to vasodilation. So that's the function of your kallikrein. So this is the microbial killing and degradation within phagocytic cells. So within the phagocyte, this, no? Ayan, no? Ayan yung bacteria, phagocytose, pumasok siya sa loob. And while inside, they are degraded. And how are they degraded? You have your hydrogen peroxide, myeloperoxidase halide system is the most effective. And you also call that as oxidative burst. So if you will be asked in the exam, what is the most effective main mechanism or the so-called oxidative burst? The answer will be your oxygen-dependent microbial killing, your tatlo yan, pwede nyo i-answer na pare-pareho, ibig sabihin, oxidative burst, H2O2 myeloperoxidase. Less effective will be your oxygen independent, meaning to say they also destroy the microorganism, but oxygen is not utilized. So this is a schematic diagram of your oxidative burst, wherein inside the neutrophil, the myeloperoxidase becomes a hypochlorite and becomes a potent antimicrobial. So all you have to remember, the most potent bactericidal system of neutrophil is this one. The most typical cause of pharyngeal infection. Ito yung nagkaroon siya siguro ng tonsillitis ito. What is the answer? It's acute. You see madali nang answeran nyo yan eh. Andiyan na yung hallmark of acute infection eh. Swelling, erythema, purulent exudate. So, maski nakapikit ang mata mo niya, maa-answeran mo yan. It's acute. It's not granulomatous because it's not chronic. It's not gangrenous because there's no tissue distraction. Chronic, it is only 3 days. So, you cannot say it's chronic. Yan, I think you've taken that up in your SGD. No need for me to elaborate on that. Again, you took that in your SGD. The 3 groups I had, they have elaborated on that lengthily, and they're very good. Release of the following chemical mediators is most likely to drive neutrophil exudation. It is complement. Letter B. The C5A, this is the anaphylactic substance, meaning it drives the neutrophil into the site where the offending bacteria is. So along with TNF, leukotrienes, and bacterial product, it is chemotactic. The term used is chemotaxis. Chemotaxis is defined as a unilateral movement and of neutrophils towards an attractant, usually bacteria, for phagocytosis. Why not histamine? It's not part of chemotaxis. It just increases vascular permeability, promotes vasodilation. Why not bradykinin? Because it causes pain and might promote vasodilation, but not chemotaxis. Why not Hodgman factor? It is a consequence, it is necessary in the coagulation pathway. So that is the reason why complement system. You know what complement system? From your C1, QRS, C2, C3, C4, C5, up to the time that you develop the C5b9, that is the one, the activated one that will destroy the organism. So along the way, it produced C3A and C5A. If you still do not remember, go back to your physiology. And these are anaphylatoxins, your C3A, C5A, meaning they drive the movement of the neutrophil to the area where the bacteria is. It produced the granulation of basophils and mast cells, causing vasodilation, vascular permeability, mast cell degranulation. And your C3b, which is also a fragment of your complement during its progression to become C5b9, they act as opsonin, increases the phagocytic activity of your phagocyte. So C5a, leukocyte chemotaxis, and increases integrin activity. Again, we have here the arachidonic acid. You spend some time studying that, huh? That's very important. Eto naman, what is this? There is a blockade in the coronary circumflex artery. Which of the following would you most expect to be elaborated around the tissue of the damage? Kaya siya nagkaroon ng myocardial infarction dahil meron siyang blockade sa circumflex. We took this up. The answer is vascular endothelial growth. It stimulates angiogenesis necessary for collateral circulation. Why not? There was a question, why not leukotriene? Because leukotriene is known as an acute inflammatory mediator, but it does not really it's not the primary actor. Kumbaga, hindi siya ang bida in cases na nagkaroon ng myocardial infarction. Ang bida dyan talaga yung vascular endothelial growth factor. Kailangan ma-reperfuse yung lugar na nawalan ng blood supply. So, these are the growth factors and cytokines involved in regeneration. You just have to memorize that whether you like it or else during the exam you will have difficulty. Those are the cytokines, that is the source, and that is the function. Again, that you memorize that, study that. Why not complement? Because C3A, C5A, they are anaphylatoxin, C3V are opsonine, and C5A also chemotaxin. Here you have a 94-year-old patient, nagkaroon siya ng Staph aureus, noted from her sputum, nag-antibiotic siya, hindi gumaling, tapos may right lower lobe, may liquid, may air liquid level. So the answer is abscess. So as I've told you, pag may nakita kang liquid area and may air fluid level, abscess yan. Madali, yung iba, tanggalin mo na kasi it has nothing to do with air fluid level. So that's an abscess. If that will be given to you in the exam, you should be able to answer that. An abscess, ito yan, you could see that it is very much contained. Meron siyang wall. Look at that. Okay. And the two processes in healing, we've taken that, regeneration, replacement by connective tissue. End of the first month, there will be scar. Pero usually, on the third month, ngayon ka lang dumating, mag-alas 12 na. Tingnan mo, Mayra, ngayon lang dumating. Nakatulog siguro. Nakuha mo ang pangalan niya. You forgot to type that you were present. Oh, pwede ba yun? Eto, nakuha na natin ito kanina, nagkaroon ng saludsod. So, yun yung dapat may selectin. Why not interferon gamma? Is produced by a variety of cell. Part of the inflammatory reaction involving T lymphocyte. So it is in the type 4 hypersensitivity reaction. Lysozyme are within, meron pa isang chat, Myra, ano kaya ito? Late, siguro nakalimutan din niya. Hindi ko makita. Prostacyclin also, Oo, hindi rin nakalimutan din niyang mag-chat na present siya. Kaganda ng excuse niyo, ha? Nagdaan din ako sa pagiging estudyante. Long time ago. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, memory. Pag-aralan yung maigi dahil hindi nyo nakuha yan eh. Only, ganyan ba sinabi mo? They were just told to chat for their attendance.
Kaninang may nagka.
Kailangan ba mag-chat-chat lang sila? O kailangan nandun sila?
Nakapag-screenshot na po ako.
Sorry nakapag-screenshot na siya. Nagte-take note lang si Myla. para masulat kayo sa present. Sinasubmit ito sa Dean's Office para makikita. Laging absent yan sa mga discussions sa everything. Paano papasa yan? Paano mababa ang grade niyan? Well, anyway, it's up to you. Pwedeng hindi ka mag-a-attend pero ipakita mo na papasa ka maski hindi ka nag-a-attend. Hindi naman kinukuha namin ng attendance for grading. It is just for us to be aware. Bakit kaya bumabagsak ito? Ba't kaya ang baba ng grade dito? Oops, lagi palang absent kanya naman pala. So, hindi na namin kasalanan yon. So, yan. So, your E-selectines, your P-selectines, and L-selectines. You study that. Ito, it was yesterday, the SGD. At least in my 3 groups, they were able to discuss it good. Paano na di-develop ang activated macrophage from your T lymphocyte. I need not elaborate on that. Dahil very good yung discussion ng 3 groups ko Wednesday and yesterday. So whether you like it or not, at least you know which cause fever, which cause pain, which cause tissue damage. Ayan, ang part mo as a student, you really have to memorize that. Inflammatory process for 3 months. The answer is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Because TB, ang dami yung sinabi kahapon what other organisms would cause a granuloma. Sabi niyo TB, Mycobacterium, cat scratch. And all of those are difficult to digest. Kanya, nag-develop ka ng granuloma na nai-stimulate ang T lymphocyte mo. Dahil ang tagal-tagal na doon, hindi pa na-destroy. So why not Pseudomonas? This is a bacteria easily destroyed during acute Treponema pallidum, gummatous necrosis, which is a form of granulomatous response. Kasi ang syphilis, ang tagal din matagal din ma-destroy yan It eludes phagocytosis. Why not Giardia duodenalis? This is a intestinal parasite, produce little inflammation, and they are easily destroyed also. How do granuloma arise? As I've said, it was very diligently discussed yesterday and the other day. Yan maski nakapikit ang mata mo. Langhans giant cell, TB yan. Ako ay Pilipino. An official national disease ng Pilipino, tuberculosis. Okay, that ends up, that wraps up our discussion in inflammation and repair. Unless you have any other question, evaluation, meron pa ba silang gagawin?
Yung evaluation.
Ano yan? Ano sasabihin ko?
Sabi
Wait
sa
meron pa raw kayong gagawin, sabi ni Myla.
evaluation ng lecture.
Saan dadalhin yan?
Ma'am, sinend ko na sa kanila.
There is you have to evaluate me. Dahil bawat lecturer yata ini-evaluate. Again, it is from the administration whether we deserve the payment they give us. You evaluate me. My name is Jocelyn Rueda Cu. Tapos yan, tapos na tayo. Pagkatapos daw nito, tapos na tayo. You spend some time to evaluation. We need it also. I also need the feedback, whether I'm sharing my knowledge to you, whether I'm facilitating the topic to you for learning, or I'm not doing anything at all. Okay. Pwede na ako mag-goodbye, Myla? Ako pwede nang mag-goodbye, pero wag muna kayo mag-goodbye hanggang hindi nyo natatapos yung
Pwede na rin, ma'am.
pwede, maiksi lang ba yan?
Tapos ma'am, may nagtatanong. Will we have a copy of this PowerPoint?
Nasa ano nila yan, di ba? Nasa Canvas?
Baka yan, ma'am.
What do you mean? There's a question. Will we have a copy of this? You mean this last one, which was not given in the Canvas? Pwede rin. Paano nila makukuha yan? Saan mo ipapublish?
Sa Canvas na lang.
O sige, papublish daw ni Myla to ni Myra sa Canvas.
Thank you, Doc.
Sa akin.
Isesend ko sa iyo. Okay. We're trying really our best to produce the best graduates in the Philippines, UERMMCI. Okay, bye. Hope to see you 3 years from now, you graduating. Okay, bye. Thank you. Have a good
Thank you
day.
po,
Thank you,
Doc. Thank you,
Doc.
Doc. Doc.
Doc.
Thank you po,
Thank you po.
Doc.
Doc.
See you
Thank you,
again in
Doc.
Eurasia. I think I'm the
Thank you,
one.
Doc.